The Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, is on stage supporting crypto innovation in the United States. Finally, there are people working behind the scenes to get a lot of people to use crypto. In the United States, this is what will make us all the money once crypto is used around the country. They need to know the rules of the road and which types of crypto fit into which categories, like the SEC and CFTC. Only then can they move forward. We also have some brand new information about crypto ETFs that are being accepted right now, even though the government is shut down. What does this mean for the future of XRP? All of that will be talked about in this film. As of late, we also have some news about Uphold Huge USBC and how all of this fits together. Let's play this video. Let's go, J.D. Vance. But as you know, there's a new sheriff in town. This is because politicians in this country have a choice after 4 years of being mistreated and even hostile by democratic regulators. Will we lead our country to a future of financial independence, new ideas, and wealth? Or will we let 4 rivals and unelected bureaucrats make the rules? We have a champion and a partner in the White House now, President Trump. That's what I'm here to say. Our government sees the digital assets industry for what it can be, not just an investment or a cool new tool, but also a symbol and driver of personal freedom for all of our citizens. We are committed to seeing that promise come true the way we see it. Because of this, the government is doing something a little different in Washington. The people in this room are the digital pioneers of the American economy. We are all listening to you as you lead the way in new ideas. It's very important that the people who are building the technology are heard by the government, the White House, and the regulators. This is because when we make policy, we don't want to overregulate and kill the whole business. No matter what it is, working with chosen partners like Ripple, Coinbase, and Upholder will be very important for the growth of the crypto market in the US. Also, it's great that people support the business. We're all going to make a lot of money from this. That's why I believe we're here. It's important to us to invest in the future of technology and be a part of this big change from the old payment system to the new digital stablecoins and bridge assets. XRP is also a very important part of all of this. This was put out by Mr. Man, and Ripple made it possible. There is a pattern that makes sense to me, but most people can't see it because they hate the system. Ripple is helping them do exactly what they set out to do. Brad Garlinghouse says that the people who made XRP basically saw it as a backup currency. He is making links with USBC, Vast, and Uphold at this point. Here is the big news about the relationship. He also sent out this tweet: USBC partners with Uphold, which acts as a liquidity provider for Ripple's RLUSD, tokenized US dollar deposits at Vast Bank. Greg Kidd is the CEO of Vast. He used to be the chief risk officer and has to follow Reg E, which makes XRP possible. Uphold's main job is to give Ripple the crypto capital it needs to make international payments easier. The partnership stresses a controlled method in important markets like the US, Europe, and the UK. This makes the payment system more trustworthy and stable. When Ripple's stablecoin RLUSD goes live around the world in December 2024, Uphold was chosen to be its trading partner. I just wanted to show some of these links to see if there was anything else we were missing. The links shown in these posts are a big step forward for both Uphold as a top-regulated crypto fiat bridge and Ripple's ecosystem, especially with XRP and RLUSD. The partnership between USBC, Uphold, and Vast wants to bring regulated tokenized US dollar deposits to the world of blockchain, bringing standard financial protections into the blockchain world. This will put XRP, Ripple, and Uphold at the center of compliant digital money infrastructure. Has things to say about USBC, Vast Bank, Uphold, and Ripple. Canary Spot, HBAR, and Litecoin ETFs are now live and will start trading on NASDAQ tomorrow. This means that ETFs are being approved even though the government is still shut down. What does this mean for XRP? We should soon be getting news and details. In fact, it says that after Ethereum, Litecoin, and Hedera will be the next 2 token ETFs to go live. In a statement, McClug told me, "We're excited to launch tomorrow." That's what Eric Bahamas said. And the New York Stock Exchange also approved 8 filings that put up listing notes bitwise. On Wednesday, InvestSpot, SOLETF, will go live in Grayscale's GSOL to switch. Do you see how this is possible while the government is shut down? Well, the law doesn't always need an open government in order to work. I believe the 8A files are just as important as the S1 in getting these ETFs ready to go public. A quick review of the language. The 8A forms officially record ETF shares under the 1934 Act for Trading of an Exchange, while the S1 forms officially record them under the Securities Act of 1933. The New York Stock Exchange approved all of the above 8A applications for ETFs this morning. This is the last step before shares can start trading. But what about the fact that the SEC Gov staff needs to approve the S1 registration statements? This is the key. Issuers put wording in their updated S1s that lets them go into effect 20 days after they are filed. Issuers usually wait to send out the S1 until the SEC makes them official. However, the law says that the S1 goes into action automatically without the SEC having to do anything. This means that the government doesn't have to approve them by hand after the filings are made public. All of this means that the ETFs are ready to go and follow all the rules set by the government. Let's get it. Eric Bahamas did say that this was true. Let's go. If you're not already, please follow this man. A lot of people on X are following it, as you can see. Paul Barron also said that there is a 48% chance that the government will return around Thanksgiving. I'll play this for you. Now, November 24th is in this poly market, and there's a 48% chance that it will stay that way. Let's find out how much that would pay back if you put $100 in there. That's a nice move. Will this happen by the 24th, though? What do you think? It's hard. It doesn't look like they're going to change their minds, at least not right now. Wait a minute. He has October 27th through October 30th. It's not November 24th here. Just so you know, this is a 4% chance. This is the reason why $100 pays $2,200. This is not how he should be looking at it. While you were listening, I just wanted to make sure you got that. Okay. It was paid for by the government, or at least that's what the plan is until the end of Thanksgiving. But that date is actually coming up pretty quickly. The question now is whether we should just pay for it for 2 weeks and start over at the end of Thanksgiving, even if we do reach a deal. Where do you spend a year? So that's what's being talked about right now, but neither side seems to be getting any closer to the other. Right now, at least in DC, it's a little quiet, which is a little scary because so many things are uncertain. Families all over the US are having a hard time right now because the government is shut down. And a lot of people are working for free. If you live from paycheck to paycheck, you might not be able to pay your bills like rent, mortgage, food, car payments, and so on. Your kids, these things are very important, and everyone is having a hard time right now. Let's get the government back up and running. I hope both sides can figure out what they need to do.